Welcome to Spartan Sports Network's presentation of boys varsity lacrosse here on SSN as the East Syracuse Manoa Spartans welcome the FM Hornets here at Spartan Stadium today. Spartans are opening up the season for the first time as we give you a game time look at today's weather as it's currently 72 degrees outside and sunny. That is Joey Leveroni. Apologies. That is Thomas Gallery at the face-off X for the Spartans, and that's a loose ball, ground ball. As that ball is rolling towards the sideline, that ball is picked up by Jackson Tedesco, and the Spartans will look to clear as actually they threw the ball away momentarily, and that ball is recovered by FM. Doherty will go by GLE. Currently, FM's got the ball on the far side of the field as the Spartans make their substitutions to the defense and get their midfielders in. Ball is moved. Little drive. FM backs out. That shot's good. Kyle Fryer to open up the scoring for the Hornets. And the Hornets get off to an early 1-0 lead at the 11:08 mark here in the first quarter.
Fayetteville Manlius goal by number 7, Kyle Frayer, assisted by number 30, Tyler Burns.
Thomas Gallery back to the face-off X for the Spartans. And he's going to lose that draw once again. FM will once again look as Doherty's got it. The Hornets are currently coming into this game. They're 1-0 on the season. They had their season opener against the Marcellus Stallions as they were the state runners-ups. They would beat the Stallions 12-11 in overtime. Henry Doherty and Randall Hearn both had hat tricks to contribute to the Hornets' win, as well as Connor Reynolds in goal with 13 saves. FM backing out. They look, dump it over the far side of the field. That shot's off, and the Hornets will be back there. We apologize for that brief momentary pause in audio action as Michael Santillo gets his first goal of today's action, and he knocks us up at one apiece.
Goal by number 3, Michael Santillo.
Spartans are currently opening up the season. They're coming off a Class B semifinal loss to West Jenny the last time out. They're led by sophomore Caden Claflin. As Gallery goes back to the face-off X, he's going up against Minchino as Minchino's won 3 face-offs to open up today. That's currently Randall Hearn with it. And Hearn's being double-teamed by Tedesco and Corsi. FM currently has possession behind GLE, puts it back into the attack space. And that shot by Fryer looking for his second's no good. Spartans are led by sophomore Caden Claflin, coming off of 49 goals and 17 assists, while the senior Luke James is coming off a 144 save season, allowing 7.5 goals a game last year. That's Burns with it currently. He's being defended by Bird. His shot, that's off the pipes, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and that possession is going to stay with the Hornets. Doherty's got it. He'll bring it past GLE near X. He's being defended by Godleski. Over to Hearn. Hearn being defended at the top inside the hash marks. Dumps it back over. Burns his shots off the stick. Doherty gets the rebound off the shot. And Skalek will try to go to work. He's being defended by Tedesco here. He tries to move inside. Gets triple teamed by 3 ASM defenders. As Doherty will have that one rejected off the stick of Luke James. That was Keelish with that feed. Hearn loses the stick. Spartans will try to recover. They will pass midfield and clear. That was Corsi. Corsi trying to get that one over to Welch. Welch will get a push, and we'll get a whistle. 7:03 remaining here in the first quarter of action. Spartans and Hornets currently tied at 1. Claflin's got it. He dumps it over to Santillo. Santillo moving inside, middle of his face. Ball knocked out on the stick of Santillo. Loose ground ball, recovery. And it looks like Claflin will move that one forward behind GLE. He dumps it off to Rinaldi. Rinaldi's currently got it at the 10-yard line on the near side as he heads towards X. He's being defended by Burns. Rinaldi trying to take Burns, trying to move inside. Will dump that one off. Santillo, his rip. That one's off. That one will stay with the Spartans. Santillo's currently got 1 goal for the Spartans. And Kyle Fryer with the other one for the Hornets. Corsi. Actually, sorry, Santillo currently on the near side at the 20-yard line. Over to Welch. Finds Claflin behind the cage. Dumps it off over to... Yeah, Santillo gets it back on the near side after Hot Potato. Santillo trying to move. He's got Burns guarding him. Rinaldi sets the pick. Doesn't take it. Santillo inside feed to Welch. Welch's jump shot. It's good! Logan Welch from height and distance puts the Spartans back up 2-1.
ESM goal by number 17, Logan Welch, assisted by number 3, Michael Santillo.
Thomas Gallery heads back to the face-off X with Manchin. Actually, that's new. That would be Puka Husia for the Hornets. And that ball is recovered, ground ball is recovered by Tedesco. Spartans win a face-off for the first time. Oh, top to Claflin. Claflin moving middle of the field. Claflin's with space. That one is saved by Reynolds. And Hornets clear with ease. That's Doherty with it behind GLE. He gives it over to Porter. Porter from the pick. Porter shot. That's off the stick of James. Actually, that's off the pole. And that one's just going to roll towards midfield. And Welch will try to grit that ground ball recovery. And that ball goes out of bounds. So it's going to go to the Spartans. Off the bounce shot. Corsi with it in the middle of the field inside the hashes. Rinaldi comes back on the field. That's Matthew O'Reilly, the sophomore. He dumps it back off to Corsi. Santillo, middle of the hashes, around the 40-yard line. Santillo moving inside, gets by his man. Santillo trying to move, keeps possession. Santillo, his rippers off the stick. And that ball gets popped up into the air. Rinaldi, that one's going to stay with the Spartans. Rinaldi was trying to battle for that one on the near side. 3:31 remaining here in the first quarter of action. Santillo's currently got on the near side at the 25-yard line. He's being defended by Edinonzo. Dumps it over to Claflin. Claflin, middle of the field, takes his man. He's got a long pull on him. Being defended by 2, and he'll back off. He'll ultimately give it to Welch at X. Welch trying to get it by his man. He does. He goes through, and Reynolds with another save. And he will let that one get picked by Santillo. Santillo. Spartans have some numbers. That one's off the stick of Reynolds again. And that's going to go to FM. Reynolds gets back there on the hustle play. And FM takes possession back off the turnover. This one gets up to Edinonzo. And that one is cleared as Hearns currently got it, and he gives it to Doty behind GLE. Currently Keelish with it. Gets it over to Fryer as the Hornets get their midfield line on. That one goes to Burns. And we're going to get some whistles. That's Caleb Bird in defense, and it's going to be a turnover on FM. And it's a ground ball. Santillo was trailed by 5 FM defenders. Doty recovers it, and it's an ESM turnover. Hearn's going to take this one near the 40 on the near side as he walks inside the hashes. Burns has it at the top. Burns drives on Bird. Dumps it off to Hearn. Hearn will be backed off. Actually moves inside. He's being defended by Galloway, and he'll dump that one back off to Fryer in the middle of the hashes. Fryer trying to find something. Ends up taking it. His shot's high above the cage, but 2 FM players back there to keep possession. Doty. He dumps it off to Burns on the far side near the 20. Burns moving, trying to get around. Doesn't get a clear shot. He's being defended currently by Santillo. Burns with 46 seconds, moves inside off the pick. Burns trying to get something. Ground ball's loose. That's Keelish with it. Back to Burns in the middle of the hashes. Over to Hearn. 35 seconds remaining for the Hornets. Hearn gets by. He's got a lane. He goes up top on James, and he ties this one up with his first goal of tonight's action. Randall Hearn ties this one up at 2 apiece with 30.2 remaining here in the first quarter. And that's another face-off win for Mancino. Hornets trying to get something before the end of the quarter. That one was that pass was intended for Mancino, and James has 20 seconds to work with right here. Starts running upfield. Tries to hit Galloway in stride. Galloway clears. We got 10 seconds left. That ball is going to be an ESM turnover as that ball is recovered by McCarthy Jr. Jr., his shot is out, and that's going to do it. So after 1 quarter of play, Spartans, Hornets, they're tied at 2 apiece, and we'll be back with you on Spartan Sports Network after this short break.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for
Stadium here on Spartan Sports Network for today's boys varsity lacrosse contest. Michael Santillo and Logan Welch currently with 2 goals for the Spartans, and it's Randall Hearn and Kyle Fryer for the 2 goals for the Hornets. Gallery, Mancino back to the X, face-off X. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a face-off violation on Gallery. And an Enzo will is in the middle of the hashes. He'll push the ball 4. Burns, middle of the hashes. He's being defended by Bird. Burns moving. And that's an errant pass, and that one's going to go to the Spartans. Tedesco will take this one. He'll initiate the clear. Gets it up to Galway. Galway's got hashes, but he's being chased behind as he loses the stick and the ball. And Fryer recovers that one for the Hornets. That's a big ESM turnover right there. It's Doty over to Burns. Burns, he's got space. He gives the Hornets the lead back. Tyler Burns with his first goal of tonight's action. Back out of the timeout. Mancino wins another draw. Face off for the Hornets. And that one's off the stick of Tedesco. Tedesco passed that one down and will corral that turnover off of FM. Spartans clear with East. Welch with it on the far side of the field, past the 30 and the 20. As he's being defended by Egan. Over to Claflin. Claflin trying to get around, takes the pick from Welch. His shot's off, and Reynolds will get there. Rinaldi's gonna push him. And we're gonna get a whistle flown. And it looks like it's going to stay with the Spartans. Or actually, correction. No, it is going to stay with the Spartans. Claflin finds Taylor. Taylor over to Rinaldi. Rinaldi over to Santillo. He's being defended by McCarthy Jr. Rinaldi, and actually Santillo inside move. His bouncer's off, but Claflin and Welch are back there. Claflin looking for his first goal of the action. He'll dump it over to Rinaldi on the near side. Santillo over to Taylor. Taylor over to Corsi. Corsi finds Welch behind GLE. Welch has it in on the left, on the far hash. Finds Santillo. As Santillo will find Welch again at the 30 on the far side of the field. Welch dumps it off to Claflin. Claflin being defended by Matiso. Claflin, his shot. That's off the pole. And McCarthy, Reynolds. Actually, correction, that is Flynn Maldry in goal currently for FM. As we get a whistle and another timeout, as the Hornets currently lead the Spartans 3-2 at the 9:20 mark here at the first half here on Spartan Sports Network. Welcome back to Spartan Stadium here on Spartan Sports Network. As Spartans currently have possession on their side. As Rinaldi's got it. He's playing as he finds Taylor, or is trying to find Taylor, but finds Santillo on the far side as Santillo's in the middle of the hashes. Santillo moving inside. Trying to get by defenders. He will. And he finds it. Oh! And we're going to get a wave. We're going to get the shot waved off as Michael Santillo was trying to get a little crafty right there. Trying to find the back of the net of that. Welch will have this one on the far side near the 15 and the 10. Finds Santillo. Finds Claflin in the middle of the field between the hashes. Santillo back to Claflin. Claflin to Taylor. Taylor to Rinaldi. Rinaldi back to Taylor. And Taylor back to Claflin. Over to Santillo. Santillo over to Claflin. Claflin with the spin move pass finds Taylor. Welch. Welch finds Santillo finds Welch, and Welch finds Taylor on the cross field pass. And Taylor rips that one in with the lefty shot just a little too high. Rinaldi finds Taylor. Taylor back to Claflin. Claflin currently in the middle of the field here, not behind GLE, like he has been on many possessions so far for the Spartans. Inside feed. Corsi's shot will actually be recovered by Connor Reynolds as Connor Reynolds checks back in to the game for the Hornets. And Claflin breaks a stick. But play continues as Doty's got it on the far side at the 30, 25 and 20. He's currently being defended by Michael Godleski. .7:32 remaining here in the first half. Burns currently has it in the middle of the field as Clark comes in on the midfield line. Inside feed. Burns. Move. He gets his second. That feed was from Stolick. And the Hornets go up 4-2.
FM goal by number 30, Tyler Burns.
Spartans, actually the Hornets are currently on a 2-0 run. As that's another face-off win. And we're going to get dirty as this ground ball, and we're going to get a flag thrown. As we get by this little scuffle. Hornets will go on the man up. As Tedesco and Welch head to the penalty box. .7:09 remaining here in the second. Hornets currently lead by 2. They're on a 2-0 run right now. This looks like Hearn will take that from right at the 50. As Spartans try to get their man-up defense set. Hearn finds Fryer. Fryer over to Doty. Doty's been really quiet tonight. He's being defended by Godleski currently. Back to Fryer in the middle of the hashes. Over to Keelish. Keelish over to Aninzo. He finds Hearn once again. Aninzo gets it back. Keelish. Adonzo. Finds Fryer, and Fryer's bouncer's a little bit is wide. So Keelish has this one behind GLE. Finds Doty. He fakes the pass back to Keelish. Keelish finds Fryer in the middle of the hash. He's being defended by Saunders. Fryer, inside feed. That's good. Hearn's got his second. And it's currently a 5-2 FM lead at the 6:17 mark here in the second quarter.
FM goal by number 15, Jack Hearn, assisted by number 7, Kyle Frayer.
Gallery back to the face-off X. We're going to get a violation, and it's going to be a violation on Gallery. Doty, behind cage, dumps it off to Selak. Over to Keelish. Keelish over to Conley. Conley finds Hearn coming on. Actually, sorry, that's Burns. Burns driving. Burns will back off on his dodge. Fryer. Dodges. Shot. Saved by James. And the Spartans will look to get something going in transition here. Godleski's got it currently. 5:30 remaining here in this first half. That pass gets upfield to Nate Carr. Carr finds Taylor. Taylor finds Rinaldi. Rinaldi to Taylor. You find Santillo trying to direct traffic here. Santillo, he's got inside room. He'll go behind Kate. Finds Welch. Welch tries to get inside. He tries for a bouncer. That's off the stick of Reynolds. And Reynolds so far tonight doing a great job of keeping anything out of the net. We're going to get another man-up opportunity for the Hornets. Conley, sorry. And Adeninzo gets that one. He'll push it up. Doty's got it currently. Doty. Over to Selak. Finds Hearn. Hearn being defended by Santillo. That one pops out of the stick. Ball still on the ground. And it's going to be a ground ball recovery for the Hornets. Hearn's got it. Hearn trying to find something here. 4:07. And the Hornets still have a man-up penalty to go. Doty's got it at the 35-yard line. In the middle of the hashes. Doty trying to direct some traffic. 3:54. Doty's being defended by Santillo. Doty. Inside feed. Shellac. Finds Fryer. Doty. He's got it. Tries to dodge inside. Fakes the move the other way. Hearn moves inside. His shot's off the stick of James. And that ground ball recovery is going to be picked. That ball is going to be picked up by Taylor, and that will set up the FM man-up opportunity once again. Doty on the far side of the field. Over to Fryer, middle of the hashes. He'll be guarded by Tedesco. He dumps it over to Keelish. Keelish over to Conley. Sorry, Adeninzo. Over to Fryer. Fryer finds Doty. Doty fakes the pass inside to Keelish. Over to Fryer. Doty. High to low. Actually, the high. That one doesn't go. That's above the cage. 2:59 remaining here in the second quarter. Hornets currently lead by 3. Clark on Adeninzo. That ball's out, and that ball is going to keep rolling. That ball is going to actually be kept in bounds by Keelish. Keelish over to Hearn. Hearn back to Keelish. Keelish to Adninzo. Adninzo back to Keelish. Keelos, his ripper's off the ground. And that one's going the other way. Doty gets back there. 2:32 remaining. Over to Hearn. Hearn at X. Finds Clark. Clark over to Keelish. Keelish, his bouncer off again, off the stick of James. And that one's going to go behind GLE and out of bounds. Hearn trying to get something going here. Gets tangled up momentarily. Hearn's being defended by Tedesco. Dumps it off to Clark. Clark middle of the hashes. Over to Fryer. Fryer behind the cage. Keelish's shots off. Doty's back there to recover the hustle play. Hearn. Keelish, 1:44 remaining here in the first half. Finds Adenonzo. Hearn dodges. Over to Clark. Clark fakes the shot. Moves around his defender. Finds Doty behind cage. Doty's feed. Adenonzo. That one's off the stick. James comes and recovers that ground ball. He's going to go, and he's going to clear himself. So James finds Claflin behind the cage. Claflin being guarded by Mediso. Claflin trying to find something here. McCarthy. Rinaldi's got some space. Trying to move inside. Spin move. Flag. Spartans will go on the man up. 56 seconds remaining here in the first half. Spartans currently trail by 3. And we're going to get a whistles blown. As we're going to get some line change. And it looks like the Spartans will add to the man up. As they get their man up offense onto the field for the first time tonight. Claflin is currently in the middle of the hashes. He's got 53.7 remaining here. As FM gets their man down defense set. And they're going to force Claflin behind the 40. He finds Rinaldi. Finds Taylor. Looks like Santillo found Taylor. Rinaldi finds Taylor. Taylor back to Corsi. Corsi over to Claflin. Claflin inside feed. Welch, his jumper again, trying to look like Derek Jeter out here. That one's going to go behind the cage, but a Spartan's back there for the hustle play. 28.5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Rinaldi over to Claflin. Claflin's been held scoreless so far tonight. Over to Taylor. Taylor fakes the shot. Man up is currently up for the Spartans. Welch has 13. He's behind cage. Runs near X. Looking for something. His scoop shot's no good. Claflin's got it. He's got 6 seconds to go. Claflin trying to do something. Claflin. His shot, his low shot's no good, and that's going to do it. So after 1.5 of play, the FM Hornets currently lead the ESM Spartans 5-2. We're currently at halftime here on Spartan Sports Network.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Welcome back to Spartan Stadium here on Spartan Sports Network as we enter the third quarter of action as Mincino gets another FM, helps get another FM face-off win. That's Adenenzo currently as he settles the FM offense down and the Hornets get the right line on. Score is currently 5-2. Hornets currently lead. They're on a 3-0 run as Fryer, Hearn in the first, and Burns again in Hearn in the second. And it's been since the first quarter since the Spartans have scored. That was Santillo and it was Welch. Currently the 2 goals that makes up the Spartan score as that ball goes inside the crease. James will pick that one out of the crease and the Spartans will look to clear. He finds Godleski. He's got to launch that one. That one's going to be knocked down as Fryer's currently in the fight for the ball. So is Tedesco. That one's currently recovered by FM, and it's an ESM turnover recovered by Shellac. As he's currently at X, he's being defended by Mikey Santillo right now. His shot's good. Jonathan Shack with a goal. And that extends the FM lead at 6-2. Shack with his first goal of today's action. And it's currently it's been a 14-minute drought for the Spartans. As FM gets another face-off win. That's Clark pushing this one in transition. He shoots. And that one's off the pole and out of bounds. Actually, the Spartans will have possession here. It looks like Santillo will try to clear. And he does. No, that one's going to be popped out. McCarthy Jr. with a big forced turnover. And that's another ESM turnover. FM with possession once again. That's Clark on the near side hash. Santillo defending Clark, dumps it over to Hearn. Hearn inside move, being defended by Taylor. Hearn. That pass for Slack is off the stick. That one's going to roll out of bounds, and that one's going to go to the Spartans, so it's an FM turnover. Turnover helped caused by Carr and Tedesco. Tedesco over to the field for Godleski. Godleski middle of the field pass finds Santillo. Santillo will clear. He's being chased by Porter. And that pass is off the mark, and it's another ESM turnover. And that pass is bounces over. Doty gets it, finds Clark. Clark being defended by Taylor and Godleski. And we're going to get another man up for the Hornets. As that's the Spartans' third flag of the night. Hearn being defended by Corsi. Clark, pick taken from Hearn. Over to Hearn in the middle of the hashes. 8:10 left here in the third quarter. Hearn's got it. He's being defended by Corsi. Over to Schlack. Shellac over to Clark. Clark, ball's tipped out. Porter gets it. Over to Keelish. Keelish's bouncer is saved by James. And the Spartans will head to a man up. Actually, sorry, the Hornets will go man up, and the Spartans will go man down. Doty on the far side of the field. Over to Fryer. Fryer to Keelish. Keelish over to Adonanzo. Adonanzo back to Keelish. Keelish back to Fryer. Fryer back to Doty. Doty's currently got it on the near side at the 20-yard line. He's being defended by a short stick. Backs off. Fryer gets a long stick. Copy that. As Keelish. James gets the save. That pass was intended for Galloway. And it's another ESM turnover. Hearn, feed, Doty. Doty goes low in between the legs of James. And Doty gets his first goal of tonight's action. And it's 7-2 FM. As we here at Spartan Sports Network would like to give a huge thank you to our partners, NFHS, and our very own Trappers 2 here in Manoa. As Galloway heads back to the face-off X with Mancino. Actually, sorry, not Mancino. Puccia. And Puccia will move. He clears, dumps it off to Doty. Doty on the far side. Goes behind GLE and finds Shellac being defended by Carr. Burns on the near hash. She's being defended by Tedesco. Move inside. Feed. Shellac looking for a second. Burns gets it off the pole. He tries to go over. That's off the pole again, and that ball is going to be recovered by Galloway as the Spartans look to clear. James gets it. James's pass. That one's going to roll a little bit, and we're going to get a whistle blown. That pass was originally intended for Taylor, and the Hornets are going to get that one. So it's an ESM turnover here. Doty's got it on the nears. Burns at the 30. He finds Moses. Moses back to Burns. Burns moves inside. Feed inside. Doty's shot is deflected. And Shellac's back there. James going to get back there in time. And that one's going to stay with the Spartans. And we're going to get a foul. Actually, we're going to get a crease violation on Shellac. And James will try to push this one for the Spartans. James trying to dance around his defender. Cannot. Finally does. And the Spartans go man up. James launches that pass. That pass is out of bounds. But the Spartans go back to the man up for the second time tonight as they look to get their first goal since the first quarter. Currently 4:59 remaining here in the third. FM currently on a 5-0 run. Claflin over to the near side pass. Loose ground ball recovered by Welch. Welch's pass intended for Santillo was off the ground as Santillo recovers that ground ball. Welch, near side, back to Santillo. Santillo over to Claflin. Claflin over to Rinaldi. Actually, that was... Taylor to Santillo. Santillo over to Welch. Welch, Santillo. Santillo with the fake. Santillo moves inside. He's got daylight. Santillo! He breaks the slumber. Michael Santillo's second goal of the day puts the Spartans back on the board since the first quarter. And that's his second of the day. It's currently 7-3 FM with 4:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Braden Galway to the face-off X for the first time today. He's going to go up against Mincino.
Sorry, that was number 3, Michael Santillo on the goal for the Spartans.
And it's a face-off win for FM. O'Reilly currently defending Mincino as Doty gets it behind GLE over to Shellac. Shellac being defended by Carr. Finds Burns on the other side of the far hash. Being defended by Bird. Burns currently has a short stick on him. Draws a long pull. Over to Clark. Clark over to Keelish. Keelish back to Burns. Burns inside off the move. Tries to go, loses the ball. It's a ground ball, and that one's going to be recovered by the Spartans. O'Reilly in transition. Clears. Makes a move, and it looks like the Spartans, as he gets pushed to the ground. And we're going to go to whistle thrown. And it looks like the Spartans will go back to the man up. As they get their man up offense set. 2:53 remaining here in the third. Santillo a few minutes ago halted the slumber by the Spartans. They hadn't scored since the first quarter up to that point. Santillo behind the cage. He's got Claflin. Claflin at X. Over to Taylor. Corsi, Rinaldi. Rinaldi back to Santillo. Santillo over to Claflin. Claflin gives it to Welch behind GLE. Welch over to Taylor. Rinaldi over to Corsi. Corsi, that passes off the stick of an FM defender. Rinaldi will recover that ground ball. As Hearn comes in defensively. Welch has it behind GLE. Moves towards X. He's going to spin move. Inside feed. That bouncer's good! Nick Corsi with his first goal of the day. And that cuts the FM lead down to 3. It's 7-4 Hornets. Minicino back. Gallery back to the face-off X. Minicino gets that one as he currently dumps it off to Keelish. Keelish to Shellac. Over to Keelish. Dumps over to Clark. Clark coming on the midfield line. Over to Fryer. Fryer. That one's deflected, and Claflin will pick that one up, and it will initiate the Spartan clear. Finds Leveroni in stride. Ground ball, stick lost. Clark on the defensive end, forcing the ESM turnover. Clark finds Doty. Edoninzo between the hashes. He's got the short stick Leveroni on him. Doty's going to find Shellac behind the cage. He's going to move, finds Doty. 50 seconds left remaining here in the third quarter. Adoninzo. Doty. Doty's got the long pull. That's Godleski. Over. That bouncer's no good, but Shellac's back there. Possession will stay with the Hornets. Currently 7-4 FM. 38.1 remaining here in the third quarter. Shellac. He's got the long pull on him. He finds a crease, and he gets it by James. And Shellac's got his second of the day, and it puts the Hornets back up on top by 4 with 30.8 remaining here in the third.
FM goal by number 11, Jack Schultz.
And Minicino wins another face-off for the Hornets. He dumps it over to Doty on the near side. Hearn will settle down the FM offense. 17 seconds remaining here in the third. Burns. 10 seconds left. Burns. He's got Hearn! Hearn! That one's not going to count. That one's rattles off the top pole. And that's going to do it. After 3 quarters of play, FM currently leads ESM 8-4. We'll be back with you with fourth quarter action here on Spartan Sports Network.
You know, I'm a person too.
Well, we're down to the home stretch here at Spartan Stadium as the FM Hornets currently lead the ESM Spartans 8-4, entering the fourth quarter action. Hornets have goals from Fryer, Hearn twice, Burns twice, Shellac twice, and Doty once. ESM goals are St. Tillo twice, Welch, and Corsi. St. Tillo's got 2 goals on tonight. Set on the night. And Leveroni to the face-off X. Espuchia gets that face-off win. Doty, Schlack. Keelish to Edinonzo. Clark, move inside. Finds Doty, actually Schlack behind the cage. Keelish, he winds. That's off the stick of James. Doty recovers that ground ball. Doty inside move. Doty, he goes through the legs once again. And Doty's got his second of the night.
FM goal by number 16, Henry Newell.
Nine, 4 Hornets. 11-12 remaining here in the third quarter. And Minicino wins another face-off. Doty. Hearn in between the hashes. As FM sets up their offense and gets their midfield line on. That's Porter. He's currently got it. Goes behind the cage, behind GLE, and finds the X. As they'll dump it off to Keelish. Keelish over to Hearn. Hearn. Finds Doty. Hearn back again, being defended by Santillo. Short pull. Keelish. Over to Burns. Burns got the long pull. Tedesco. His shot's good. The ripper from a good 20 yards out is good. Tyler Burns has a hat trick on the night, and that extends the FM lead 10-4. And it's an ESN timeout with 10:04 remaining in the fourth quarter. FM leads 10-4. Welcome back to Spartan Stadium here on Spartan Sports Network. As Galway heads back to the face-off fetch for the Spartans with Minicino. FM currently leads as Galloway gets a win. It's a 10-4 as he loses that one. And that ground ball is recovered by Welch. Hornets currently lead 10-4. 9:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. As that one goes out of bounds, and it's an ESM turnover. Reynolds dumps it off to Conley on the near side. As the Hornets clear with ease. Friars got it. Keelish, he's got it at around the 40. Hearn, his feed's off. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So it's a missed pass by Hearn. It's a FM turnover at 9:07. The Spartans will look to clear. Godleski. That ball is recovered by Santillo. Santillo, middle of the field, has got space, finds Welch. Welch just goes low, and he's got 2 on the night. Welch cuts the lead down to 5 with 8:46 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
ESM goal by number 17, Logan Welch, assisted by number 13, Nicholas Corsi.
Sorry, that wasn't Santillo. That was Corsi off the clear and on the assist. Galloway back to the face-off X. And we're going to get a face-off violation on the Spartans. The Hornets will get this one. Hearn's going to be defended by the long pull Tedesco. Burns, middle of the field in the hashes. Over to Hearn. Hearn trying to find Burns, cannot. He's being defended by the short pull Corsi. Schlack's got it, makes a move on the dodge. Inside feed. Friar's shot's no good. Keelish finds Burns on the near side at around the 30-yard line. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Porter's shot saved by James. James will start the clear attempt for the Spartans. That ball's popped out of the stick. And we're going to get whistles blown. And it's going the other way. Corsi. Well, actually, Santillo this time jump starts to clear. Gets the screen from Tedesco. Santillo bounces off some defenders. Welch has it on the far side. Over to Santillo. Finding Taylor. Taylor finds Rinaldi. Taylor takes the mini pick. Taylor goes inside. Bounces off a defender. Cross court for Welch. Welch's jumper's good. Welch has a hat trick. Logan Welch opens up the season with a 3-goal night. And it cuts the FM lead back down to 4 with 6:56 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
ESM goal by number 17, Logan Welch, assisted by number 4, Noah Taylor.
Taylor gets credited for the assist on that one. Galloway back to the face-off X. And it's another ESM face-off violation. Clark with it between the hashes. Hearn. It's currently a 2-0 Spartan run. Their second run of the game. Actually, their third run of the game. Fryer, his pass. Intended for Doty's no good, and it's an FM turnover with 6:29 remaining here in the fourth. Godleski will jumpstart the clear once again. Godleski, his pass. Finds Corsi. Corsi clears. Corsi finds one of the new midfielders for the Spartans. That'd be Santillo. Santillo finds Rinaldi. Actually, sorry, Santillo's got it, trying to make something happen. That's going to be counted as a shot, and it's going to stay with the Spartans. So 5:53 remaining. Spartans currently trail by 4. Welch has 3 on the night already. He's being defended by a long pole. Welch will get double teamed. Tries to find Taylor, and Taylor can't get to that one. And it's an ESM turnover with 5:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Fryer will clear for the Hornets. He's going to find the midfield hashes. He's got Doty on the attacking end, on the far side. Schlack finds Keelish. Finds Adenanzo. Adenanzo finds Clark. Clark trying to do something, being defended by Taylor. Finds Adenanzo. Keelish trying to find something. Can't. He's being defended inside move. Saved by James. And James with some critical saves down the stretch right now for the Spartans. 4:50 remaining here in the fourth. Tedesco back to James. He's got Godleski. Godleski will get it over to Santillo, and the Spartans will clear. Santillo's got nothing. His shot's high, but Claflin's back there to recover that one. Claflin being defended by Matiso. Claflin tries to get around, can't, and it's deflected off an FM defender and recovered by the Hornets. And now the Hornets will start to clear with 4:19 remaining here in the fourth. Fryer gets the Keelish at around the 30. Keelish finds Herndon once again. Hearn on the far side, being defended by Taylor. Picked up by the long pull, Godleski. Finds Schlack, finding Fryer. Fryer finds Adenanzo. Adenanzo trying to drive on his man. Dumps it back off for high pass, recovered by Keelish though. Finds Hurd middle of the field in between the hashes, 3:25 remaining here in the fourth. Hearn being defended by Taylor. Actually, that'd be Santillo. Actually, correction, that is Taylor. Picked up by Bird. Hearn trying to get around, finds Schlack behind at X. Fryer's got it. Hornets currently playing around the world. 2:49 remaining here in the fourth. Hearn behind Cage at X. Gets around his man. He's got the short pull, Bird. Long pull, Godleski comes over to Hearn. Doty's got it. Over to Adenanzo. Adenanzo over to Fryer. Fryer back to Adenanzo. Adonanzo at X. He's being defended by Taylor. Godleski comes on the double team. Over to Shilak. Shilak back to Adonanzo, and we're under the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Hornets currently lead by 4. It's been a 2-0 ESM run. Hearn. He's going to load up, and that's going to about do it here as Hearn gets his hat trick. His second hat trick of the year. As it's now 11-6 Hornets.
Goal by number 15, Jack Hearn.
Santillo on the wings. That's Leveroni at the face-off Vex. Ball still loose. Ball recovered by Leveroni. It's a face-off win for the Spartans, but it's a quick ESM turnover with a whistle. And it's going to be an ESM timeout. We'll be back with you here on Spartan Sports Network with the last minute 33 after the timeout. Welcome back out of the timeout. FM currently has possession as Burns has it on the 30, 25 on the far side, being defended by Bird. Hornets currently lead by 5. Inside feed, Doty over to Clark. And Clark gets that one to go home at the 110 mark. And it's back to a 6-goal game lead for the Hornets.
FM goal by number 4, Colin Clark.
And that is Gallery back to the face-off X. And it's another FM win. That's Keelish with it. And we're down to under a minute. Hornets lead box 6. Keelish being defended by the long pole, Tedesco. 50 seconds left. Keelish playing around the world with himself as he dumps it over to Hearn on the near side at the 40. Hearn makes a move inside for the hashes. He's picked up by Gallery. Hearn. Sorry, that is Josh Rojek. Sorry, not Thomas Gallery, and we're under 30 seconds. Shellac at X finds Sorry, finds Porter. Under 15. And that's going to about do it. So your final score here from Spartan Stadium's FM 12, ESM 6. The Hornets improved to 2-0 on the year. And for producer Todd Durantini and our fabulous crew here at Spartan Sports Network, as we give one last shout out to our partners, Trappers 2 and NFHS, for partnering with Spartan Sports Network. Your final here from Spartan Stadium, 12.6 FM. Once again, for producer Todd Durantini and our fabulous crew, I'm Tanner J saying so long and have a great night, everybody.